Get started here in just 1 second. Looks like my my headline was a little bit different on here than it should have been on Facebook anyway. I think it should be fine on YouTube. I'm doing this from the home office, and I really hope that my internet is good. It's kind of been in and out as of late, but I saw them working on it the last couple of days, so hopefully the internet is working here at the home office. But this is an update to this Nancy Kemp deal. But so I apologize to everyone watching on Facebook. It came up, the description came up wrong on Facebook. It's right on YouTube. So after the video, I'll go back and edit that. So real quick, before we get into that, we're going to let more people pile on here in just a second and kind of give you an update what's going on. Election coverage is tonight. It is 5:06 at the time of this live video. Polls are open till 7 o'clock. So a lot of people are getting off work, headed to the polls, and you have till 7 o'clock to do that. So definitely get out there and vote. You got a couple more hours to do that. Tonight, a little after 7 o'clock, we'll go live again, election coverage. As the numbers come in, we will report those as they come in. So we will know who's in office, if there's going to be a runoff, and who's headed to the November general, the general election. So all that a little after 7 o'clock. So get comfortable, get your phone, get your tablet, computer, phone, all that good stuff. You can watch it live on Guthrie News Page Facebook, or you can also watch it on Guthrie News Page YouTube. Okay, so yesterday was the preliminary hearing of Nancy Kemp, who had the altercation with the OHP trooper. Hopefully everyone was able to either watch the video or read yesterday's article on Guthrie News Page. It's a back and forth. It's getting a lot of response. Hopefully you guys saw that. And Laura Austin Thomas, the district attorney, had her statement yesterday. Today, April Coffin, the attorney for Nancy Kemp, released a statement as well. I was on an email that was there. So just kind of described yesterday real quick. Nancy Kemp was charged on 4 different counts: DUI, high beams, resisting, obstructing of an officer. After that was over with in the courtroom, Laura Austin Thomas, the district attorney, handed me a press release. And that's when I went live yesterday and read that press release. Eventually wrote a story, put that press release at the end of the article as well. So if you want to read, I don't want to go through that reading it again. I read that yesterday. For everyone who's keeping up with that, you can go back and watch the video, or you can read the release that's in the story. Today, and after I went outside the courtroom, and Nancy Kemp and her attorneys were all, and family members were all talking. Channel 4 reporter and videographer was there as well. And it looked like that Nancy, and obviously Nancy didn't, but I don't think anybody wanted to talk on camera. And so I was kind of in the background, and it appeared they didn't want to talk at the time. So after I saw the reporter didn't get information later on, so I didn't go in there and bother them. Looks like they were ready to get out of the courthouse. However, April Coffin, the attorney for Nancy Kemp, sent a press release, a release to Channel 4. And today, April Coffin reached out to me on Guthrie News Page, and she replied with this email here. And just like I did yesterday, I'm going to read it word for word as I did Laura Austin Thomas, the DA. And I can tell you also on this email that I received, Laura Austin Thomas, the DA, was also included on this release. So again, this is from April Coffin, the attorney for Nancy Kemp, and I will read the email as it was given to me. She goes, Chris, I provided this to KFR, which has been covering Ms. Kemp's story. In fairness, I thought I should provide you a copy as well, and I thanked her for that. I certainly appreciate that because I want to get all their sides on here. And so before I read, when she says about a local reporter talking about me, okay, and here is that statement. Unfortunately, in a press release that her office provided to a local reporter but refused to provide to Kemp's counsel, the Logan County District Attorney, Laura Thomas, went to great lengths to defend and even justify the actions of Trooper Preston Cox, badge number 248. Instead of properly restraining Miss Kemp, if he thought that necessary, Trooper Cox brutally beat her, mostly while she was restrained, including multiple blows to red zones, such as the face, that officers are trained to use as a last resort because of the risk to the victim of great bodily harm from such blows. The DA's press release was a jury speech to Logan County residents having little to do with the charges or evidence, apparently meant to manipulate potential jurors into turning a blind eye to Trooper Cox's conduct in attempting to build a foundation for the state's position in the forthcoming civil case, which is wholly outside of the purview of what she was elected to do. The fact is, Nancy Kemp was beaten half to death for misdemeanor offenses that are yet to be proven. The DA's attempt justification boils down to the supposed protection of Trooper Cox, Ms. Kemp, and the public, but to suggest that the public believes that the severe injuries Ms. Kemp suffered at the hands of Trooper Cox are simply a part of the debt one owes to society for unproven misdemeanor charges is simply misguided. Ms. Kemp sustained a broken nose, 7 broken ribs, a broken foot, and multiple blows and bruising to her face and head and body. She also has the internal bleeding from the encounter and psychological scars that will last her lifetime. Once again, any attempted justification of this brutal assault by Trooper Cox simply defies logic. It is my hope that the shameful refusal by the taxpayer-funded public body of the Logan County and Payne County District Attorney's Office to provide the press release today is not indicative of issues to come with respect to evidence and courtroom tactics. By copy of this email, I'm also providing this response to Ms. Thomas. Again, that is the attorney for Nancy Kemp. April Coffin is the attorney, and I think she also, on this email, put the other attorney on here, Robert Gum, I think is his name. But that is the response from April Coffin. Again, this has gotten a lot of attention here locally. The Oklahoma City media has picked it up a little bit as well. But I wanted to make sure to get that out there, just like I did yesterday. I'm working hard to maybe get that into an article because it will be in an article, but I have election coverage that I have to get ready for here in a little bit, and so I'm not going to be able to get to it real quick. That's why I'm getting it out here as fast as I could. This email was within 30 minutes, so got it out there. But as soon as I can get this election coverage, and then I got to fly out out of town, out of state tonight or in the morning. So I just want to make sure I got that information out there. Again, this is a case that will be interesting to watch. There's both sides that are passionate on this. Nancy Kemp, 68-year-old. A lot of people thought the trooper was too aggressive on her, as Ms. Coffin said, of all those injuries on there. The other side, they had a blood alcohol concentration of 0.93, which is 0.013 above the legal limit in that when Nancy Kemp was pulled over on I-35 near Seward Road. So there are definitely both sides of that. A lot of people are one side, some people are on the other side. A lot of people see both sides. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the judicial system. So that is the latest on that situation there. So we've heard from both sides now. Now it'll go through the judicial system and just do note that all four of those charges that, and I think Ms. Coffin mentioned it in there as well, all four of those are misdemeanor crimes. They're not felonies, but still, if you're Ms. Kemp, you want to have your day in court and get those off of there. Laura Austin Thomas did say everyone is innocent until proven guilty in her statement yesterday. So that is the statement from Ms. Coffin. Yesterday's statement from Laura Austin Thomas, the district attorney, is on Guthrie News Page Facebook or Guthrie News Page YouTube if you want to watch or listen to that. Also, that statement by Laura Austin Thomas is in the news page article. I will get this in an article as soon as I can, but bear with me a little bit. Election coverage and all that good stuff. I got a bunch of deadlines, but I wanted to get out there as fast as I could. So that is the latest. Don't forget election coverage in about 2 hours. We're probably going somewhere around 7:15-ish as the numbers start rolling in on election coverage. You can find it right here as you're watching this right now on Guthrie News Page Facebook or Guthrie News Page YouTube. Until then, get out and vote. If you have, congratulations. Appreciate everyone doing that. And big thank you to all of our poll workers out there for their long, long day of letting everyone get out and vote. Until then, we'll see you in just a little bit. Thank you.